there exists within us a constant presence, unchanging and eternal, no matter what happens to the body as it goes through various stages of life. This presence remains unaffected by time or circumstance. The key to spiritual growth lies in recognizing this changeless essence and not getting caught up in the games of the ego. If you give energy to the ego while simultaneously trying to observe it as a witness, you'll find yourself stuck in a loop, constantly oscillating between these two states. The way out of this cycle is to focus all your attention on the truth within, symbolized by a spear. When you fully immerse yourself in this truth, the ego dissolves completely, leaving no trace behind. It's essential to complete this process, to fully finish the job, because the path of self-realization is one of no return. If you find yourself slipping back into old patterns, it means the ego is still at play. It's important not to rush this process or try to force any outcomes. Simply be present. When the mind attempts to report on the nature of the self, it can only describe a state of emptiness, because the mind is limited in its capacity to truly grasp the infinite nature of the self. Despite the vast amount of spiritual literature and the countless seekers who have embarked on this journey, no one can fully capture or explain this experience in words. True understanding comes through direct experience, not through intellectual description. To know the self is to simply be in that state of pure awareness, entering it with nothing but your essential being, free of all possessions, desires and thoughts. This inner freedom may not be visible to others, but it is deeply felt within. On the spiritual path, honesty with yourself is essential. You must let go of everything you're holding on to, freeing yourself from attachments. When your hands are empty, when you've surrendered all interests, you're ready to be drawn into the truth. Our addiction to the mind and its constant stream of thoughts is the biggest obstacle on this path. This addiction stems from the I thought, the sense of individual self that separates us from the pure awareness that we truly are. To overcome this, it's important to embrace silence. In silence, awareness communicates most clearly. When the mind starts chattering, listen to it quietly without getting involved. When the body acts, observe it without identifying with it. You're not your body, nor are you your mind. You are the witness, the one who observes without judgment or attachment. The mind is like a snake. If you provoke it by engaging with its thoughts, it will bite you. Once you've stirred up the mind, it will unleash all sorts of emotions and dramas, creating fear and turmoil. The key is to remain still and silent, no matter what the mind throws at you. Allow your thoughts, emotions, and experiences to come and go without getting attached to them. Total acceptance of the situation is necessary. Don't blame others, don't blame yourself, and don't blame the circumstances. Blame only feeds the ego. Instead, remain steady, even in the face of what you perceive as insults or challenges. Bow your head in devotion and surrender completely. When you are helpless, a higher power will take over, guiding you through the challenges you face. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, stay still. Don't take on any roles or identities. You're not an actor playing a part in the world. You're the witness, observing without involvement. It's not the actions of the body that create guilt or pride, but the thoughts that attach themselves to these actions. The problem arises when you start to think, I did this, or I am responsible for that. These thoughts of desire, attachment, and ownership are what bind you. The key is to let go of these thoughts, to observe them without getting involved, and to remain as the pure, unattached witness.